counting all the ways I got it wrong, but every scar's a line in my song. Yeah, I'm still here, still going strong. They say diamonds form in fire. Pressure's how you climb higher. I'm the MVP, yeah, I'm on my way. Every step I take, I'm paving the play. No champions crowned without a fight, but I'm built for this, I'm shining bright. Mirrors got a funny way to lie, shows the cracks but hides the fire inside. I'm giving myself the grace to rise. You can't dim the sun, no matter the sky. They say champions face the storm before the crown is ever worn. I'm the MVP, yeah, I'm on my way. Every step I take, I'm paving the play. No champions crowned without a fight, but I'm built for this, I'm shining bright.
Yeah, had them long nights, eyes red, hands shaking. Still I stay, still I pray, now the ground feel like it's raising. Used to count change for the bus ride, rain in my shoes, cold shut eyes. Had to talk faith when the hope died. Hard on the floor, but I still tried. Mama in the kitchen with the light low, telling me to keep my mind on the high road. Every little tear was a time code, stamped in my soul like a barcode. There days of pain, I pray, put the work in, never strayed. Every note that I faced, built the armor that I wear today. Now I rise up, I'm victorious. All that hurt in my story turned glorious. Better days, I can feel them in my chest right here. Sacrificed so much just to stand right here. Now I'm here, I'm here, I'm victorious, glorious. Life is glorious, yeah. Used to feel small in the big crowd, voice real soft, dreams real loud. Had to dig deep when the doubt screamed, standing in the dark with a wild dream. Friends fell off when the road bent, still I moved on with a broke sin. Every setback was a token, proof that the line hadn't closed yet. I overcame what they said I'd be, turned every chain to a memory. Now when I look back, that old me, just a shadow trying not to ever. Warrior, how I rise up, I'm victorious. All that hurt in my story turned glorious. Better days, I can feel them in my chest right here. Sacrificed so much just to stand right here. Now I'm here, I'm here, I'm victorious, glorious. I bled for this, I wept for this. Lost sleep, lost time, lost innocence, but I live for this, yeah, I live for this. Every scar on my skin is my evidence. I overcame, they try to break me, but I still came back stronger in my own name. Now I rise up, I'm victorious. All that hurt in my story turned glorious. Better days, I can feel them in my chest right here. Sacrificed so much just to stand right here. Now I'm here, I'm here, I'm victorious, glorious. Hey. Stepping in the lab, it's a brainwave shift. Turn pain into game, every loss uplift. City on my back, but my posture rich. Used to dream in the dark, now the switch they lit. No runs fire when I say my name. Rewire all the wires, I don't play that same. Old code in my head, had to break that chain. Now the pathway paved with the winds I claim. Yeah, power, money, respect, I evolve with it. New pathways in my head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset. Yeah, power, money, respect, put it all on deck. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born to connect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset.
What's going on? What's going on? How we feel today? Let us know in the chat. In fact, have everybody come on for mute. Send a request to have everyone come on for mute. Go ahead and snap it up and clap it up for you.
Ready, ready.
We feeling Tony the
Let's
Tiger.
go.
Ready to
Get it, let's get it.
Yes.
Let's go.
Elated.
Right.
Good morning.
Let's go.
Get it.
Grand Rising, fam.
Time
to see y'all today.
Let's get it. Feeling great.
Money, respect, I evolve with it. New pathways in my head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset. Yeah. Power, money, respect, put it all on deck. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born
for a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a good day for a great day. Go ahead and put the word growth in the chat. Go ahead and put the word growth in the chat. If we can hear me clearly, Sunshine, go ahead and put the thumbs up. Let us know. Today is a good day for a great day, ladies and gentlemen. You have another day that you got up on the wake up list. Like, come on. Isn't that enough to be happy? Well, I don't know about you. I know I am. I'm happy because of that. You know, sometimes we got these scares in life and things don't work out the way we wanted to. But life doesn't go according to plan. It goes according to vision. So sometimes we might have those ups, so super ups, when it's up and it's stuck. And if somehow we thought it was stuck and then, you know, it's not up anymore, right? We got some ups and we have some downs in life. But remember, life doesn't happen to you. It's happening through you. So I want to send everyone some love. Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. If you are the MVP of your life, put the trophy emoji in the chat. If you are the most valuable participant, Takesha, what's going on? Mr. Alan Smith, what's going on? You are the MVP. Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. Miss Debbie, front and center. I see you every day locked in. Ashanti, what's going on? Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. Mr. Eric, where are you driving to, Mr. Eric? Are you driving to success? Hopefully that's where you're going. All right, what's going on? So this is what I want to do before we get started. Make a declaration. What is today going to be like for you? Go ahead and put it in the chat. What is today like? So if we know that we're manifesting, we're creating our reality. Words command, words cast spells. Let us know what spell are we casting so that way we can have a glorious day. Go ahead and put it in the chat. What do you command for today to be? My name is Sean Crumay, and I really want to make sure we're clear on what it is that I'm doing here so that way we can get a takeaway. Now, I know we get on here and it's leadership and accountability. I want to show you. We want to see difficulty differently. We want to turn obstacles into opportunities so that way we create the reality that we love and that we get to design on purpose. So that is the goal here. I create systems for both personal and professional growth. So I make systems for individuals who might be promoting their businesses. They might be wanting to do some marketing. Hey, we might create some funnels for them. We might create some websites. We might create some systems. But most importantly, what we're doing is helping them become more effective in less time. We're helping them become more effective in less time. So whatever your declaration is, how can you become more effective in less time? I gave you all an assignment yesterday to do. In fact, team, can y'all get me into the Telegram? Because I haven't been into that Telegram. So I want to see what's going on in the Telegram. But who did the work? Who called up someone and got complete? Raise your virtual hand. Remember, first come, first serve. So always be the first one to raise your hand. So that way you get the benefits. Raise your hand. Let's go. Sunshine, you want to come up on the side of me here and then start to bring people up? So if you didn't know, let me know in the chat. If you didn't know what the assignment was, let me know in the chat if you didn't know what the assignment was. Am I turned up a little bit? I think I'm a little turned up. Let me tone it down a little bit. Sometimes when you're drinking that Mindset Max, you start, getting crazy. Let me tone it down. Okay. All right. Back to the Zen. Back to the Zen. Let's bring up the first person, Sunshine. And let's have your mic off mute.
Latoya, Grand Rising, how are you, love? You should be able to unmute.
Hi, I'm amazing today. I'm feeling better. I feel like
Feeling
I
better?
purged yesterday while you were helping Lakeisha. I felt like you was talking to me.
In which ways?
Um, Identifying the things that was holding me back, some things, some trauma that I had to realize where it came from. I wasn't sure. I know some like with the narcissistic relationship that I was in. I know that, but with the childhood things, I didn't know where it stored from. And learning, thinking about it, I started to think about abandonment, not feeling protected, and that helped me. And I did not want to make that call, but
Wait. Hold on. I see where you go. You want to segue so bad, but I can't let you do that. There's an emotion that you're feeling right now. Embrace that. Why run away from it? Let it out. What is that you're feeling right now?
hurt
Talk about it. What's hurting?
my heart.
Your heart. What
Yeah.
happened? What happened?
All my life I've been I guess when I was younger wasn't really sure what the word gullible meant, but I was called that a lot because I trusted people to be who they was, believing that that's who they was, but knowing that I'm good to them and I'm showing my best. I always put my best foot emotion, my best ways forward to try to create peaceful and growing, nurturing environments, but to be deceived by so many people, I had to learn that I had to love myself and stop loving other people more than I love myself. I had to learn my worth. I didn't know it. I'm up there in age, really, and I just had this conversation while I was logging on with y'all until I was in my 30s after I had my twins, after I went through postpartum depression.
Wait. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Because what you're doing right now is you're getting into your story, the
Sorry.
story that you told yourself. No, you're doing a great job, and I want you to really get the value from this. Can you raise your head up a little bit higher? Fix your posture a little. I want you to recognize something because when life happens, right? One thing happens, we make sense of that one thing, but there's a million and one possibilities of what that one thing truly is. Right now, you're living, you're up, in your reality, your possibility, it might be daytime, but at the same exact time, it's nighttime for someone. Does that make you right? Does that make them wrong? It's just what it is. See, now there is workable and non-workable. When you make yourself wrong, you get all hurt. We don't want to do that to you. We want to uplift you. Did they call you gullible?
Yeah.
That's sometimes it's just words people use because they lack a greater vocabulary to express themselves. But I would love for you to get this. They didn't deceive you. You know who they really deceived? Themselves, because they lost a great person. See, it's when we want to stick around to fulfill their needs when they don't serve us at all and they just take without any give. You see, they deceived themselves because now they lost a great person. Now they lost someone so special. You believe that you're special?
do. I do.
Be honest.
I do. I do. I do. I believe that people like me are hard to find. Like, and I'm
Wait a second though. Wait a second, because I want you to get this for real. But you see how great you are, and then over time, people just chip away at your greatness, chip away at your greatness, call you names, say this about you, defame your character, all of these different things that make you feel less than, and then you actually listen to them and you go, you know what? I'm gonna stop loving people. When loving people was your greatest gift, probably. When loving people made you the person that everybody loved. When loving you made you feel good. When loving others made others feel good. So I want you to think about it in a way that would be more beneficial to you. So, okay, how could you see this? How could you rewire your mind to see difficulty differently? So, when they were deceiving you or calling you these names, what could you see differently about how they were doing that?
They didn't appreciate who I was as a person. I could see that maybe they was reflecting their insecurities on me.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. You're starting to get somewhere because they only can speak from where?
So, um,
Don't guess to answer this. Just kind of be with it. If you don't know an answer, you just say I don't know, but don't guess. Okay, don't guess.
to grab some tissue.
Grab those Kleenex. Those Kleenex. Everybody else get them Kleenex ready. Okay. All right. So far, are we getting some things in the chat so far? Are we getting some breakthroughs? Are we having some relation here? If we are relating to what is being said here, with Miss Hilliard, put Yana in the chat. YANA, you are not alone. One of my coaches, Lisa Nichols, she always used that, so I always use that for her just to, represent her in that way. But let's get back to what you're saying. When they're projecting onto you from their insecurities, all that is them crying out for more love from you. All that is that they're crying out for love. They're reacting. So now when you react and you go, but I'm not being gullible, or maybe I am, or maybe, and now they're reacting to that and they're just reactionary people. Some people just walk around this earth. It may be your family, it may be your friends, and they're just non-playable characters. They don't really think outside the box. They don't have critical thinking skills. Most of us here would be the best of the best in our family. Let me know in the chat if I'm making this up or if I'm accurate. Most of us would be the best of the best in our family. You try to go tell your family things. Oh, I got this idea. Let me talk to you about this. And they just don't want to hear it. No matter how good it sounds, no matter how it just makes sense. But to them, they just can't hear it from you. That's not a you problem. That's a them problem. And you may not get rich with your day ones, but you'll get rich with your day twos. So I want you to reframe all of what you've been thinking. Like, let's go back into your story really fast and reframe it a different way. Because when you came up here, you feel hurt based upon your story. But how can you feel empowered based upon your story?
Oh. Today, I can say that I learned how to compartmentalize. Everybody's not meant to be in the same room with me, the same box with me. So those people, those situations, it really wasn't meant to break me down. It's a way to let me know that how that person is not a reflection of me, it's a reflection of them.
Okay. But what's making you feel sad about that? Do you feel like actually you just describe it. So what do you feel like? Why are you giving that energy right now?
Because like before I decided to go with Joy because a lot of the things that she mentioned, I felt like, well, I could relate to her. Like, because I did one other one that I was contemplating on, really, really, but it was, I can relate. I can relate to what it is to have to pick yourself up from your boots. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Ask me the question again. I'm sorry.
So no, this is good. You're right where you need to be because how you do one thing is almost how you do everything. So what you're seeing play out in real time is that you start things and then you get sidetracked because of what people say about them. Now, is that true or is that not true? I don't know. This is the first time we're having a conversation. So you let me know if that's somewhere along those lines.
I have had a pattern of believing what they say versus what I think for myself.
How much? How much does it affect you?
Today, I would say I'm growing today. So it used to affect me 150%. Today, honestly, I believe it's more like
I don't believe it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got to be explicit with you. I don't
I'm
believe it.
I'm still I'm
I don't
still
believe
like learning to as I go forward when I come in contact with thoughts or trauma, I have to say to myself, no,
it. Right.
that's not me. That's the old me. I grew. I'm not that person. I'm at a better space in my life, and that
Okay.
person is no longer here. So I may have to constantly redirect myself, but that power that I gave away, uh-uh.
Wait,
It's
where's this coming from? Where's that energy that you have right now coming from? Where are you digging deep from where you're speaking
because
at
I
right now?
used to give away my power. I used to just rely on other people to affirm me. And these days, I feel like I have to affirm myself so that I can walk in my greatness. I can't keep giving other people my power. I'm willing to give them what runs over.
Wait, hold on. Because a lot of us will come up here and we'll just talk. And right now, that's what you're doing. And it's not to be insensitive. This is to give you the love that you need in order to move forward fast. Think about it. We're all successful in here. Now, the level of success depends on how much weight you're carrying. If you continue to carry more weight, do you think that you can go as long of a distance if you didn't have the weight? So let's make it make sense. If no one ever put these identities on you, do you think that you'll be in a happier state of mind, a better place in life right now?
Um, Happier. Yeah, I,
Okay.
I don't I don't think I'll be growing from it. I think I'll be at my highest self.
Okay. So
Um,
what I want you to do right now is know that these are words, know that these are other people's thoughts and they're entitled to their thoughts. You don't have to live in their thoughts. You might live with these people. You can express things to them. We all make choices. I get that. But I want you to stand in your power right now. Sit back and get your chest up and be, who are you? Who are you, Latoya? Who are you? So before you even say anything, I just want you to pay attention to your body language. Look, you're defeated already. Now, so you're so strong that even in your defeats, you still come out on top. You know, like even if you get defeated, you're just so strong. And that's because most of us have been taught this way. But this way is more exhausting living. This way is more stressful living. This way is more hard living. It's harder than it has to be. It's just hard. So what we want to do is we want to shake this stuff off. People say these things to us. All right, cool. We hear it. We understand. Words does cast spells on us. So we kind of could get enrolled into what people say about us. We can probably sometimes feel more like this person's opinions matter more, like if they're closer to us in relation. But I want you to think deep though. And I want you to move fast because the longer you take to get through these things, the harder it's going to be for you to move forward later in life. So right now, we realize this. People are always going to project on you. You have to be the story caster. You have to be the director. You have to be the main character. You have to be all of these roles right now from your mind because you're creating this reality, right? You don't have to feel sad about yourself right now. You don't have to feel defeated, but you can stand tall and be strong. So let me segue into your call. Did you make the call? You made the call, right? Yeah, so give me some insight to who you called and what that conversation was like.
I called my ex-husband and I wrote down what you said, so I said it word for word, verbatim. And for me, for me, um, I may not have said it the way you said it, the way I wrote it down, with you, but I've said this time and time, like two other times, to feel, I wanted to feel a release, to feel as though, I release you with love type of thing for me. This is why I believe I was doing it, to release somebody with love, to say I learned from what we had. I learned tremendously, and I appreciate what I learned from you, but I'm gonna keep going. And for me, it was fine. For him, it became, he wanted me to like take accountability for putting him out, and wanted me to feel some type of way about that. But I did what I needed to do for my peace of mind.
Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. I don't want to spend too much time on this because
Okay.
of, we have a lot of people and we want to get to the work today, but I do want to make sure you get something from this. Somebody
Okay.
put in the chat guilt trip. Guilt trip is that's not accurate. We don't want to have these war of words, okay? The assignment was for you to apologize to him.
I did.
Right. So in that, you're supposed to take accountability in that and say, like, look, let me give you an example. So that way you don't have to think that you did anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. But there's a science to this. If you do it in this order, you get a certain result. Everything is about sequence, frequency, sequence is all mathematical, right? If I said Johnny bit the dog, how do you feel?
Is
Let's say
Johnny,
Johnny was our friend. Let's say Johnny was our friend. Damn, Latoya, Johnny bit the dog.
why did he bite the dog?
You're probably confused, right? Like what? Okay, okay. The dog bit Johnny.
Like, it's still the same thing. Why did the dog bite Johnny? Is Johnny okay? Like,
Okay, so inside of that, the outcome is different. So it's the same exact words that I used. Different order creates a different output, different outcome. The way that I'm giving you all the way that I was instructing you to do this is for reasons strategically because a person resonates with the first thing that you're saying to them. So when you first call a person up and you say, hey, I just want to say, I apologize to you. I thank you for all the things that you taught me, and I appreciate you. I'm sorry for any inconvenience that I've caused you. But I'm so happy that you came into my life because I learned so much. I am sorry for any way if I caused you any wrongdoing. Okay, stop right there. Can anyone argue with you? Let me just be honest with you. Can anyone argue
a
with you from saying that?
narcissist can, yes.
So elaborate on it.
Yes.
Elaborate on it.
Um, is is more like, oh, um, okay. So when that, I feel like I'm telling too much on. Hmm. He was calling me while you were saying this, so I was returning the call, and I intervened, and I said, before you say whatever it is that you're calling for, let me tell you, I want to share something with you. And what I really want to say to you, Sean, is that I have made this phone call like before in my own words. What I do genuinely with people is randomly, I'm like, hey, I don't know if I did anything to harvest any negative or ill feelings for you towards me. If it is, let me know what it is so that I can apologize for it. Um, and so that, we can have peace with that and find a neutral ground. And when you said the way you said it, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm saying this again. I'm saying it maybe more effectively. So I went and I said it, but that didn't, for him, it was like, oh, okay. It went into something else. I really can't go into it on.
Yeah, we don't want you to go that deep, but let me break down the psychology to you all because I'm looking in the chat and basically everyone's saying the same thing. Your mindset, first of all, we can tell that there's a battle of control within your relationship with him. right? And that's probably something that he doesn't like because the first thing he called you and then you stopped him and go, wait, before you say anything, he's probably like, wait, what? Like in that aspect, right? But
No, I called him back. He called while you was online. I was just saying I called him back, but I knew he was calling for something. So you're right.
yeah, so that's the premise. Like, remember, it's about sequence of events.
Okay.
If he calls you, that means he has an intention to speak to you. If he calls you and you start speaking to him, it's kind of like you just stopped him from sharing what he wanted to share and then you want to share. Either way, it's an indication that there's a headbutt there. See,
Okay.
the issue that we have is that we want to think from both sides of the parties. Like when I'm looking in the chat and I'm reading the chat, it's not to get anybody riled up or make you feel any type of way. This is a learning thing that we have to learn. Who really sat us down and taught us how to communicate with each other? So we have to think about these things. So I'm not coming at anybody, but this is worth it. When someone says like they never see they're wrong. I'm just reading the chat. Someone says they spin the narrative. It's not worth the conversation. Think about the language and intention that you're speaking from. Watch this. I'll just demonstrate it to you. They spin the narrative. That means you have a narrative. If they spun the narrative, you have a narrative. So you didn't like the way they spun the narrative. So there's a sense of control grip. There's a fight of control there. This is not about control. This is about giving up control because that's usually how people fight and argue anyway. Because you have a thought, you have an idea, they have a thought, they have an idea, and you don't see eye to eye. The truth is, none of you will ever have the same perspective. None
Mhm.
of you. So the arguments come from the fact that you want somebody to validate how you feel. You want somebody to validate your perspective, your angle. And in these conversations, we love people so much that we want to get across our points. And then, sometimes it's the reverse. Maybe you did do everything correct. And he's just the one that wants to get across his point. But were you there to hold the space for him, to let him get off all of that that's on his chest?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually stayed on the phone for about an hour so we can say what it is that he wanted to say. And all I could do was respect his point of view and know that he's not good for my mind.
Right. Some people aren't good for your mind. Some people just have negative self-talk and then they spill it over to other people. So it's not about him not being good for your mind though. It's more about, he's dealing with what he's dealing with. Let him deal with that. You don't have to take on any feelings with that. But when you love people, you do. You just take on their feelings. So I want to add Sunshine into this conversation really fast, and then we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Sunshine, are you hearing what's going on right now? Are you seeing this?
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
Extremely familiar with it.
What's your take on this right now?
The first thing that comes to my mind as far as listening to you, Latoya, is I was once in that seat. And um, one thing that I had to do with my ex-husband is we have to acknowledge what we have been projecting to other people and our expectations and how it truly got us into where we are. And when I did my apology after exiting 20 years of marriage, the one thing that I came to realize, and I think this is for everybody in here, whatever relationship that you're in, I was expecting him to love me properly when I wasn't loving myself properly. I was expecting him to prioritize me when I wasn't prioritizing myself. And that created a lot of damage inside the relationship. And when we start truly taking accountability for us and our part and how we had these expectations that they couldn't live up to, especially while we wasn't living up to them, it becomes the destroyer, the destruction. He really didn't even know how to respond or truly receive what I said. He was just like, wow, after everything I did to you, you're apologizing. Yes. Once I took the accountability, that's the first way you go get your power back. And so I love the work that you're doing. but you are still operating and speaking right now from a place of defeat. And even though I exited 20 years of a marriage, I feel so powerful. There's no defeat in me. When I speak about it, I'm extremely comfortable. When I speak to him, I'm extremely comfortable. Why? Because I took accountability for what I needed to for myself, which automatically takes the power back from them and lets you control your own narrative. You got this, beautiful. But just look at all the ways in which you are expecting people to be with you or show up for you, as far as the ways that you are expecting certain things from others and not doing for yourself.
Right. And this is such a great point because he told you. He literally told you everything that she just said, just not in the way that expresses it with love. And he said it to you. You kicked him out. So if you kicked him out, didn't you do something to him? Word, like, wait,
Yeah.
don't answer yet because your language dictates
Yes.
how you feel. And a lot of times you're using past tense language and you're also using victim language. And you
Yeah.
may not see this because you're such a sweet person. But one of my sisters, she's just like this. She's a sweet person. She's so sweet, but she's so sweet that she could be rotten because, like, if something doesn't go the way that she planned it to go, especially when she's so loving and so sweet and someone doesn't give that love back, her response could be negative and nasty, but she's just thinking that she's responding to them, not knowing that on the other side, the flip side, that's still you treating a person poorly. So you might say to yourself, I treated him the best. I gave him everything. Okay, you still put him out. So are you taking accountability for
He
what you're actually
abandoned
doing?
us. He
Mhm.
abandoned us and was shocked that I changed. And instead of letting him come back, he found his things packed. So it wasn't that I kicked him out in the midst of an argument. Mm-mm. He left and he thought he could just walk right back in. I just helped him continue the path he was on and keep my peace. So
Yes,
I accept as like, yes, I kicked you out. That's what I had to do because I had to not let you come back in because you were accustomed to doing this and thinking it was okay. Because before you could walk all over me
right, right.
and I'd be like, okay, you love me, come back. You love me, but love me from there. I accept who you are and how you choose to love, but it's not right for me.
Absolutely. What I'm getting you to is break away from the emotional attachment that you have. I'm not worried about the story. The story is what you feel that you is necessary to keep saying. However, it's the story in your feelings that you're attached to that's making you feel this way. Because you could also feel this way and be empowered, though. You can be like, "Oh yeah, pack your bags and let's go," because you doing crazy stuff, and I got to move you to the side. Cool, but your energy, you don't have to listen to the story. And the story sometimes consumes us. So what I would love for you to do is just think about that. And then at the end of this, send me a message actually. Sunshine, get her information. Send me a message. Send me a message. Um,
Yeah.
Send me a message. But everyone, send some love in the chat. Send some love in the chat to Latoya. Thank you, Latoya. We appreciate you
Thank you.
100%. Um, these things are Look, sometimes it's tough, right, to be in front of people and share your business with people. Sometimes it's tough to come up here and speak like this. The reason why this is necessary right now is because you're getting ready to embark on a journey that you need to clear out all dead weight, all baggage. And it's not a negative emotion and it's not a negative story. It's just something that's necessary. You must make space for your new life. And if we're holding on to old paradigms, holding on to old beliefs, holding on to old stories that don't serve us, and we're still operating from pain, we're not going to be able to progress as fast as we could. And that's why you need to let this stuff go. Yes, we're dealing with some people who can be terrible for our mental health. Yes. And if you know that, you just know that and you just let them go. Yes, it's a hard thing sometimes because you spent years with them. But the reality of this, though, is just don't be consumed by your emotions. Let's bring up the next person. Don't be so consumed by the emotions of this.
Grand Rising to Keisha. How are you, love? You should be able to unmute.
Okay. Ooh, grand rising, everyone. And Miss Latoya, you are not those identity lies. So I absolutely did exactly what you did, what you told us to do, Mr. Crewmate. And I called, well, first of all, I talked to my dad face to face. And I didn't say it verbatim, but I hit every point. So I was like, hey, Dad, I want to talk to you. Can you listen to me? Don't say anything. I just want you to listen to me. And I was like, Dad, I'm sorry if I have ever done anything to harm you, hurt you, bring pain or hurt or any kind of way to you. I am truly sorry. And I thanked him. But it's like he went into another conversation and I just didn't want to do it because I'm like, okay, I'm on a new journey. I got to do this. And it led to me calling my mama and my sisters, all my sisters, because I knew the new me had to release. I knew I had to do it. And it was very, very uncomfortable. But I did it. And I got through it. And when I say the hurt and the burden that was on me, on Takesha, oh man, it's like I'm a new version, like I'm a feather, to be honest. But I know I still got work to do and I'm ready for it. But I did. I called not one, not two, but six. But six.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the main point, right? The object of this call is for you to get complete with people you had a falling out with. It's not for them to come back to your life. If this conversation helps it, then it helps it. The main point of this is to say all of that and for you to sit there and let them say whatever they say to you. If you can't sit there and be quiet and don't react to everything that they say to you, then you know that you've been playing a role in how they've been acting. If someone's saying a bunch of stuff to you and you just sit there and just let them say it and don't react to it at all, what at some point are they going to continue saying the same things? Are they going to continue to be the same person? At some point, they're not. And if they are, it's clear as day to you that they have something going on in their lives. So the way that you approach it is no longer from you being victimized from these people. Because that's why you had to tell dad, hold on, don't say anything because you feel victimized. Anytime you talk to him, dad is going to tell you something that you don't like to hear. But why can't you just be with it? Why can't you just listen to what dad is saying? Why does it have to be a wrong thing just because he doesn't know how to express himself in a great way? Most of us don't. Or why can't he just say what he's saying in a way that he knows how to say it? And we just realize that that person's just speaking how they speak. And you know what? Let's hold the space for them to share today. He might be hurt. Dad might need some love too, right? Dad might
He
need to
is.
get some hurt off too. Let's let dad get some hurt off. Go ahead, dad. All right, I love you, Dad. Give him a hug, hang up, and just whoo, damn. Feel bad for Dad. Dad going through, so I gotta call him up and send him some flowers or something sometimes. Like, this is a different level of life versus feeling victimized by everything that people say to us. And that's what I was getting everyone to recognize that their own patterns while they just listen. So how hard was it for you to sit and listen to any one of the conversations without feeling the urge to reply?
Well, it wasn't hard. It was just uncomfortable because I never got to that point with them. I have always tried, but like you said, they don't listen. They don't do that. They shrug it off. I'm like, okay, I'll try again. But when I did it yesterday, I meant it wholeheartedly. I put my standards down and I'm like, I listen. I absolutely listen to each one of them. I asked them to let me speak first before they even said anything. And then I sat with it and I let them tell me how they felt. And so I even got apologies back. I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting it, but I do thank you. And it was like, okay, it's an eye opener to me. Maybe they are just hurt. And maybe I did do something to them. And I'm still working on me. I know that. It's a working process, but I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
And I love that. So you're feeling light now, right? And this new space, this new found of lightness, right? What is it allowing you to see for yourself going forward?
Not to let people put those identities on me anymore, and to be able to love myself correctly because I'm all I got is me.
Right. So I love that. I just want to make a point in the chat because it's kind of relating to you. So who's that? Akira? Sunshine, what did she say? Can you read her? Can you read it for us?
Yes. The very last one, can I just send them a message instead of call?
Yeah.
Because it just never ends and I cannot afford to be drained.
Aha. You see, in this space when we're talking, this is how we project ourselves to them. So we already have this projection that this person is a person that's going to drain us. You don't think that we subconsciously operate this way to them, like subconsciously, and that might irritate them, just like how they do certain things subconsciously that irritate us. You think that you are just the only one that's like being victim here?
Nope.
So when we say I can't afford to be drained, yes, I get it because some people will just drain your ability to just function. But let me ask you a real question. Who's in control of that? Are you in
Yourself,
control of how you feel, or are they in control of how you feel?
yourself,
So who's draining who?
yourself. She's draining
So
herself and she let them walk over her.
who's really the person that's walking around hurting people then?
Yourself, especially if you don't account. Well, especially if you do not take accountability of your actions first, because you bleed on others. And I learned it. I know I used to bleed on others because I was a hurt person. But when I got in this mentorship and you read me like a book, Sean, yesterday, I'm like, bet. I knew I had to do it. It was an eye opener to me. I had to. Because you was telling me, like, listen, you need to do this. I see the hurt, but you ain't that person. I wasn't. And you're right, I am not those identities. And I feel it now. I feel better
Absolutely.
than ever.
Good. Everyone send some love in the chat. Go ahead, send some love in the chat. Send some love in the chat. Great job, Takesha. Let's go to the next person. I'm proud of you in a lot of ways. And also
Thank you.
to Miss Hilliard as well for coming up here and sharing and being vulnerable. But I want y'all to get that last piece. Like, let's just be real here. It's not all about the other people. We're doing it to ourselves because you're the one that's internalizing how you feel. Miss Karen, right? That's Miss Karen. What's going on?
Yeah. Hey, Miss Karen. You can unmute.
Okay, good morning.
Rise and love.
Ooh, thank you, Sean, for this. This has been an awesome experience. And I did do the assignment. I called my brother. He didn't answer. I didn't expect him to. So I don't know if I did this correctly, but I left him the message, the whole message. And he texted me back, which kind of got under my skin. But um, at the beginning of the year, I decided I needed to let some things go. I needed to let go of how I feel about the way he treats me. And this all started with me taking care of our mom. I have two brothers. One lives in Maryland, the other one lives 2 minutes from me.
Wait, hold on. Typically, I would just let everyone share their stories, but
Mhm.
the disservice that I do to others is I'm not allowing
I
the main
understand.
points to be driven home, right?
Okay.
Let's stick with the same principles that we just got from the last participant.
Okay. Okay.
This is a story that you're telling yourself. It's a story. And in the story, you make people a hero and you
Mm-hmm.
make people a villain.
Really.
Be honest with me. Who's the villain and who's the hero in this story?
I can see my role in it.
No, you see, no, you see, no,
Yeah,
no,
I
no
do.
wiggling, no wiggling your way out of this. Just
Okay.
let's answer it really fast. Let's
Well,
go through it.
in some instances, it's my brother that's the villain, and sometimes it's me.
Okay. That's all enough information for you to realize that sometimes it's just not your day. And
Yeah,
he might get under your skin. It's just not your day.
yeah,
You don't have to react to it. Do you have a
yeah.
choice, or is he holding you hostage and saying, sister, you better react to the way I'm talking to you right now?
No, that's more my role. That's been my role.
And are you the older sister or younger sister?
I'm the youngest. He's
So
the older brother,
he's the
the
older brother.
oldest. Yeah,
Okay.
the oldest brother.
So when he messaged you, what was the message to you that got under your skin?
Dear sister, God bless you. No, he says, God bless you, sister. You are in my prayers daily.
Remember when Sunshine said we had an expectation?
Yeah,
What was your expectation? Because it's clear that you had one. What was your expectation?
yeah. Um, at this point, I need more from him than prayer.
Okay. What was your expectation that you had of him?
Well, after making the call, I really wanted him to call me so that we could talk. So I
What
guess
was
that was my,
okay, so you wanted him to call you. And the fact
yeah,
that he just texted you that irked you, that got under your skin a little bit.
yeah,
Okay. So are we realizing our patterns? Are you
yeah,
recognizing your pattern? So who's really hurting you, him or you?
me,
He made
yeah,
a text. And he could have not responded at all, but he made a text and said,
yeah,
"Sis, I got you in my prayers." He could have said a whole bunch of other things that we don't want to hear on this type of family program, right? So
yeah.
I want you to realize who is victimizing who in these situations. Is anybody seeing these things, or am I just up here saying a bunch of nothing? You can be honest with me because I know some of you like, he's not saying anything. What does this have to do with money? Well, it has everything to do with money. This is about your perspective. If you want to
Mm,
collect more money, you have to have a greater perspective. If you
yeah,
only operate from your perception, you have a limited amount of money because money is a receipt for the value that you provide. Your
mm,
relationships are a reflection of you. When you say, hey, people walk all over me, well, that's because you walk all over you. You ever have those friends who talk nasty about themselves and then you talk nasty with them?
mm,
Now, if somebody else outside the circle try to talk nasty with them, they don't want to hear it. Hey, what? That's my sister. She could say that. You can't. Those are habits and ways that we teach each other how to operate. So every day you're teaching people how to operate with you. Now, don't get me wrong. There are other people in our lives that some people just bad people. Some people just don't want to, and it's not even that they're bad people. Let me take that back. Some people are misunderstood, and some people have some negative motives. But the craziest thing is that, Karen, do you have people that love you?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, do you have people that might think that they don't love you?
I don't know. If
Okay,
they
so
don't
let's go
think
back.
it,
Let's go back to the story then. Are you
okay.
sometimes the villain and are you sometimes the hero?
Yes.
So some people will, and some people can see you as this great person, and some people can see you as a person that's not so great.
Yeah.
Why? Because sometimes we're not so great. So let's not make this a big funk. Let's not get in this and get crazy. So your brother basically knows that you come with drama. He knows that you're gonna like be emotional. Why? That's big brother. Big brother, I love you. But that's little sis, and it's like you got this relationship, but during the course of communicating with each other, love is lost in translation. Because when we speak to our family members, sometimes we cut so deep and we think that they're just supposed to bounce back like rubber just because they're family. When everybody knows sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, that's a lie. Somebody put identity in the chat. So words mean everything.
Yeah.
So let's be real here. You probably come home frustrated from a different experience at work. You come home, you might be brushing your brother off. He might, yo, what's up, sis? Nah, not today, not today. And you don't think that that's a problem because you're the one doing it. But when you reverse it and you flip it, you're like, damn, why he blew me off like that? So we have to start realizing that as much as we want to play like the hero in the story, dun 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 dun, you're also a villain. When you start to break past the story, you just live as you, and then people who operate with you with that same frequency, you become in alignment with, and people who are not in that frequency will disalign from you. It happens all the time. How many of us had some friends, right? That we grew up with, yeah, girl, we going out, we doing this, yeah, boy, we going here. And then eventually when you change who you are, you see it naturally fade. They are not the same people anymore. They don't call you as much. You don't hang out as much, and you naturally go away from each other. But somehow when we have these loved ones, we just kind of got them by the neck and we want them to act the way we want them to act. Karen, long story short, stop having expectations on him. What's your thoughts on what we just experienced just now?
I mean, you're absolutely right. I can't deny that I played a role in how our relationship is now. And I've justified it because I just felt like I was right.
Okay. Watch this though. Tomorrow you're gonna come back with a different story. Text your brother and say, "Big brother, I love you. I appreciate you. I miss you."
Yeah.
That's it, because that's really what's happening. You miss your brother, and you get upset when you miss him, and when you miss him, you just act funny, like he's supposed to know that you miss him. Like, well, you don't miss me. Yeah, he missed you too, but just a man, so he just demonstrated differently. But if you communicate how you feel without worrying about how he feels, he would then communicate to you how he feels without worrying about how you feel, and then this is how you love naturally. So
Yeah.
go to him, text him, say, "Hey, big bro, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being in my life. I can't imagine life without you. Miss you." That's it. Watch what happens later. Send that text. Everyone send
All
some
right.
love in the chat for Miss Karen. Great job, Miss Karen.
Thank you.
Let's continue to go to the next person.
Debbie, come talk to us, love. Grand Rising.
Miss Debbie. Debbie had two cameras. She was like, "You're gonna get the left and the right." What's up? What's going on?
You should be able to unmute, love. Hit unmute.
Yeah, see, Debbie, you got two cameras. That's why you fumbling around with the cameras right now. All right.
Are you able
You got
to
it now?
unmute?
She got it now.
Okay. I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see what I was doing. I wanted to say thank you. Yesterday was an eye-opener for me. I was able to make the call, and after the call, I was able to give myself permission to put myself first, that my needs are just as important as somebody else's needs. And I haven't really thought about it that way. You know, I thought if they're asking me for something, then I need to take care of them before me. And it was just so liberating to be able to say, this is for me right now. And finally being able to tell somebody, I'm sorry, I would love to help you with this, but I have some other things going on. And so I just want to say thank you, because it was amazing. And I feel like all of my burdens have been lifted off my shoulders.
Oh, it's so crazy because I never met, well, I wouldn't say never, but I haven't met everyone here, right? And it's most of the time, this is the first time we're all speaking to each other. But it seems like I kind of know your stories, right? It just kind of seems this way. And Debbie, for how long have you been putting yourself as the back burner and really serving everyone else so much that you couldn't do the things that you needed for you? How long has this been going on?
40 years.
How many years? 14?
40.
40 years? Okay. Okay, bring in the music. We need the music for this one. Some of y'all need to cry. Y'all need to cry today. Like, some of y'all need to cry some of this stuff out. Let's go. Bring the music on today. Okay. I'm serious. I'm not even playing. Like 40
Yeah, no,
years.
I just never felt like I was important enough. And I am important. And what I want is as important to me as what anybody else wants is important to them. And so I'm able to acknowledge that and put myself first.
So let me, how explicit can I be with you?
150%.
Thank you for that. Let me into your world a little bit. And I would love to say this to you. You're so sweet. People love you. But your language, the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk about yourself, the way that you speak, I'm hearing right now, it's almost as if you stop loving yourself. And you know you care about you, you know you love you. But is there something that made you stop loving you?
I was bullied a lot as a young child by people that I thought were friends and schoolmates. And to stop that from hurting, I just told myself that I wasn't good enough. And I've tried to work through it over many years, and it was hard. So I just kind of pushed it to the back burner. And yesterday was the first time I was able to actually deeply acknowledge that I'm the one that's holding myself back. And if somebody doesn't like me, that's on them, not on me anymore.
Just let it go, right? Debbie,
Yep.
I want you to repeat the words, I am a priority.
I am a priority. And in fact, that's
am.
what I wrote down in my journal yesterday, is that I am important and I'm my priority.
Yes, and that's exactly where I'm getting at. Like, you are your priority. When you say I am a priority, this is just for you. I want you to take a stand for you, because you've been laying down in the puddles, let everyone walk over you, even during the rain. It's time for your sunshine to come out again. And I want you to believe it. So I want you to look at Debbie right now, and I want you to make a declaration to Debbie going forward.
Okay, you want me to make my declaration now?
Yes, make the declaration now.
Okay. I am important. I am loved by God above, and I can do everything I put my mind to.
That's good, but talk to Debbie though.
Debbie, you are amazing. You give your whole heart to anyone you meet, and you never feel that same thing in return. You are enough. You are important.
Wait, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Are you identifying where your language is? Your language is never about you, Debbie. It hasn't been not one sentence yet that is about you. See, you could say something like this, Debbie, going forward, I'm declaring that I hold you high in regard. I'm taking you and I'm making sure I prioritize your needs. I'm making you my priority. Instead, the language is all about everything else. Let's do it again. Talk to Debbie.
Okay. Debbie, I am important. I am a loving, caring person, and I have put myself on the back burner the majority of my life. I give myself permission to be front and center of my life and to give myself the love that I need and want.
to ask, how hard was that for you? Because that seemed like that was a little bit hard. It seemed like you was doing it because I instructed you to do it. Like it seems as if like you're a good student, but you need to be the master right now.
It was hard. It is hard just because I've never really acknowledged how I felt about myself. I just thought how I perceived everybody else felt about me.
Mm. Okay.
And I'm learning now that my perception is what matters to me.
Right. Who is Debbie?
Oh, I am a fun-loving craftaholic. And I have found that I have, in all my years of doing crafts, I have never once done any craft for me. I have always given everything away to everybody else. And I'm doing this now for me, for my joy, and for my experiences and being able to just explode out of that shell of fear.
Okay. So I want to give you a specific assignment. I want you to craft something up for yourself. Can you do it by Friday? Are you able to do it by Friday? If you could do it by tomorrow, that's great. But if you can do it by Friday, just because that's the last day. So can you do that?
Okay.
Okay. I would love to see it. Everyone send some love in the chat for Debbie. Debbie, we're proud of you. Snap it up, clap it up. Let's go. Great job. Taking your power back. See, the mindset is the belief that you have, the set of beliefs, the assumptions that make up how you see the world. I want to go into becoming more effective in less time, but before I do any of that, I want to just go ahead to the next set of hands. Can we bring up the next person?
Absolutely. Is it Jamond? How you doing, King?
Good morning. It is Jamal.
What's going on, Jamond? Talk to us.
This was difficult for me too, but I was happy to do it. Um, I reached out to my uncle, who gave me a job and started me in a different career, and was with him for 4 years, and got terminated unexpectedly, and it started this new journey of what I'm doing today. It hurt when it happened, and it was just really unexpected. So I have an issue, and I think I always have, with control. I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to my circle around myself. I don't like feeling out of control, and I do a lot to stay within the things that are familiar to me. So when that happened and it was unexpected, and he didn't give an explanation, it hurt. And I didn't know what I'd done wrong, if anything. And it's been something that I continue to have trouble letting go after all of this time, because it put me so far out of my box of control. I didn't know how to handle it. And so, starting this new journey, whenever something feels wrong, or sorry, whenever something goes wrong, the money's not right, or uh, when things within the circumstances of being unemployed happen, right? Bill collectors, whatever it is that happens. I blame him, and it keeps putting that back in front of me, and I'm still having trouble letting it go. I've done the work of forgiving him, and uh, apologizing. He didn't answer the phone when I called him, So I texted to him and sent it to him anyway, because I do feel like I learned a lot from him in those things. And there's some things that he's done in his business that I won't do in mine. Um, so I did learn some things, and I still love him, but the relationship is strained, and I don't know why. And I feel like I keep trying to put myself in a position to repair it, and I don't really know what I'm trying to repair.
I want to send you some love on that because I know how difficult that can be and how painful that can feel. How explicit can I be with you?
You got me.
Nope. How explicit can I be with you?
Be explicit.
Okay.
I need it.
Okay.
I can't let it go until I hear it.
So there's a thing that you do, and it's called your act. Everybody has an act. This is where, oh, why are you acting that way? Everyone has an act. This is a play that we run. Basically, it's like software that we run over and over to keep us safe. But it doesn't keep us safe. It actually harms us. It limits us.
Okay.
It lowers our vibrational frequency. I got a question for you. Why do you
Ask
want to
away.
play it safe? Like, you've been doing that for how many years? How many years have you been just playing it safe? Because that's your act. You just have to play it safe. What is that about?
I'm pretty sure it's about controlling what happens around me. I felt like I grew up as a kid. In the '80s, we were told that children were to be seen and not heard.
Hold it.
So
Hold on right there. Stay right there. You were here on Monday when we did the little Johnny story, or was that yesterday?
I
Yesterday.
was.
Yesterday, right? Were you little Johnny? Well, you weren't little Johnny. You were little
Unconsciously,
Jamon. Little Jamon. Close enough.
unconsciously, unconsciously, yeah.
Be honest with me from man to man, brother. Be honest with me from man to man. What are you afraid of?
Well, it's not just me anymore.
Wait.
I'm
No, hold. Go deep with the answer because you're going to talk yourself into some story. What are you afraid of?
I don't know.
No, you do know.
I'm
No, you do know. You do
I don't
know.
know.
And you don't want to say it, but you have to say this because you have to release this off of you. Jamon, you see, like, you blame your what's his uncle? Is your uncle?
Yeah.
You blame your uncle when these things start happening, but you're just playing it safe. You're not really reaching your full potential, Jamon. Why not?
I don't really know how to be. I don't really know how to be the person people want me to be, but I try it anyway.
And who is that?
And
Who do they want you to be? Who is that?
you know, that's where the act comes from. I'm being what I was raised to be, the person that I was
All right,
taught to be.
pause right there. Pause right there. Because
Yeah,
this is when you're a good person at default and it hurts you. This is when they say, be quiet, listen, go to school, get a job, and you followed all the rules. You did everything that they told you to do. But you
you got
know
me
one
there.
thing, you know one thing that you didn't do, Jamon?
I don't know.
You didn't love yourself enough to be the person you know you could be. Why have you stopped loving yourself? Go all the way back in time to when you were a child. Why did you stop loving yourself? What made you feel like you weren't enough? You had to play it safe. What was that?
For me, looking back, um, I didn't have a good relationship with the men in my life.
Mm.
They always walked away. My father walked away. My grandfather and all these other men in my life. I was the first grandkid, and they didn't know how to be with me, right? Um, so I didn't know how to be with them, and and I felt rejected. And I tried to be the person that they should love, the person they wanted to love, the person that deserved that love.
Okay, stay there.
And
Stay there. Stay right there. Stay there. Are you recognizing your patterns? Are you recognizing your story? Are you familiar with your story? Or is it still something that's not being shown to you?
I'm still trying to recognize it.
Okay. Wait a second. Someone recognize his story. Put his story in the chat. Put his story in the chat. What is his story?
You know, sometimes we can't see ourselves, so I appreciate this.
Absolutely. So that's a good point. The reason why there aren't any mirrors in nature is because we mirror each other, right? So you might find reflections in water, different things like that, but a mirror does not exist in nature because we're the mirrors. Technically, we weren't supposed to see ourselves, but we created devices to help see ourselves, which causes vanity. And then all of these other different behaviors come from how we see ourselves. So there was a point in time where you looked in the mirror and you saw yourself a certain way. What was that way that you saw yourself?
Not good enough.
Because of the circle that you were in, you reflected that onto you because people walked away. So you must have thought why people walked away was because of you. Do you think that these grown individuals had other life experiences happening to them?
Of course.
And that they was forced away in a certain way that you could never even fathom?
Absolutely.
So I'm not gonna, you let me know where I'm at though, but sometimes parents, right, they will force men or force the other person away from their children in hopes to actually get them back, in hopes of actually doing something to get them to have an experience or reaction. And you could have just been a victim of that mindset. Now, I want you to take off the story, because the story that you have is abandonment. Most people got it in the chat. They recognized it. When you say, hey, you know, I'll keep my circle small, or I don't like to, I want to control everything. The reason why you want to control everything is because you're afraid of things leaving you. But the power of it is, King, things will always leave you. Everything in this world is temporary, even our parents. I remember watching my mom on her deathbed. I remember seeing this person as barely recognizable. Bald head, skinny bones. I can really, skinny body. I can really see that the person I was truly connected to was a frequency and not the body. So I want you to recognize something. The people that come into your life are never gone. They just may never be present at that moment. But God gave us something called memory. So you're looking at the memories and you're seeing what you didn't have. But what about if you looked at the memory and saw what you did have? Because some people didn't even get to meet their fathers. Some people didn't have a man at all in the household. Some people didn't even have their mom in the household. Some people went from family to family and none of those families ever cared about them. Some people went from family to family and those families actually hurt them. Some people got betrayed. Some people got kicked out at 16. There's a lot of things that happen.
Yeah.
But I promise this to you, Mr. White, that your journey is not here to hurt you. Your journey is here to help you. But the first thing you must do is look at yourself and love who you are. You are enough. You're still holding on to the stories of the past. Who could you be going forward right now?
I could be the person who not only loves myself enough, but loves the people around me enough that they don't feel abandoned, that they don't feel rejected. And I hold on to my relationships very tightly. If you got in the circle, I don't let go. I have
Wait,
never
wait,
lost a
wait,
friend, my
wait,
brother.
wait, wait, wait. You're doing that thing again where you're convincing yourself of something.
Okay.
Let it go. Let it go, because the truth is somebody's going to walk away. Some of us get blessed to be the first ones who go in life, but some of us are the last ones to go, and we watch everyone go. You better believe it. Some people are going to go from your life, whether you want to hold on or not.
They
You
already
could,
have.
you could try to hold on with all your might because you're big, strong, right? But bro, let's just be real here, man. All of us are going to go. So let it go right now. Let it go right now. Be okay with it, because that will set you free. And guess what it does for you? It allows you to love even powerfully right now. It allows you to be more connected to people. It
Mm,
allows you to give your best service, your best intention, because you are operating in the space of now.
I'm enough.
You are enough. Say it again and really mean it from your, say it with your chest. Give some bravado in it. What? Go ahead.
I'm enough.
Nah, I don't believe
I
it. I don't
am
believe it.
enough. I'm enough.
Sunshine, you believe it, Sunshine? I'm not buying it.
Look,
Don't don't sell it. I ain't buying it, man.
I, I am. I'm enough. I
I
don't
am
think I
enough.
realized it, but I am enough.
Say it louder. I am enough.
I am enough.
Mm,
I'm enough.
I can feel that now. You're actually more than enough. See, that's the issue. The issue is you like playing in that middle ground, that gray area. You like to be safe. Bro, there's no safety here, man. There's no
Mm.
safety here. Take it off. Take it off. That's an act that you're putting on. There's no such thing as safety. No such thing. You can have two,
But
4, 5 armed
that's the
security.
part that hurt. That's the part that hurt. You got
Let
me.
it hurt. Let it hurt. There's no
That's what
safety,
hurt.
brother.
That's what hurt. I thought working with Uncle I was safe, and
Nah.
I wasn't safe, and it hurt to realize that.
So listen to how you're saying it.
I got it.
God has revealed something to you. Your uncle has revealed something to you. Hey, brother, I'm giving you a life lesson. Nothing is safe. Learn it now before you get caught up too far in it, and now you get destroyed by it.
Yeah.
That is the lesson for you. So it's not a bad thing. It's not here to hurt you. It's here to help you. Nothing is safe.
Hey,
Now I know nothing is safe. Let me text Uncle again. Uncle, I realized something today. You are the best of the best, top of the top, cream of the crop. Forever in the history of the family, like lineage. I appreciate you. You're going down as a legend. That's it. And leave it like that. Guarantee you he texts you back, call you back. Guarantee you. And here's why. Because that level of authenticity is not always displayed. So when someone speaks like that, because he knows he put you on, right? So when they know that you acknowledge the truth of it, there's a true connection that never dies from that. So going forward, stop playing it safe, Jamon. It's not worth it for you. It's a risk that you're just setting yourself up for failure with. Okay? You got
yeah,
to make sure you protect you. Got it?
I got it.
All right. Everyone send some love to Jamon in the chat.
Thank
We
you.
got time for 2 more hands, then we got to close up. Proud of you, Jamon. Proud of you, because as a man coming up here sharing this is not easy. As a woman coming up here sharing this is not easy. But guess what?
Absolutely. Looks like that signal just went out. Something may have died. Shall be returning in 1 second.
Let's just bring the other person up. Thank you, Sunshine. We appreciate you.
Absolutely, Gabrielle.
Hi,
Hey, love. How are you?
I am doing well. I am so blessed by this conversation right now. I didn't know I needed this, but I do.
Talk
Um,
to us.
so I missed the last two morning meetings. I actually, my life is so crazy that I didn't even realize. I didn't check my messages to see these were going on, but I really needed to hear all of this today. Um, the reason why I needed to hear this is because similar to Jamon and the other ladies that spoke today, I've had a similar thing going on. I am the person in my life and my family that jumps off the ledge. I'll jump off the ledge. I'll try a business. If I fail, I'll try another business. And so I have this resilience in me, and I'm the type of person that I want to bring everybody with me. But as of recently, God has been removing one person after another person after another person out of my life, or not just out of my life. God has been repositioning these people. So, last week, actually in August, I went through something with my sister, and my sister, we've owned businesses together. Like, I always call her. If I have an idea, I'm like, sis, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So, um, in August, I was going through a period of, I'm in a spiritual group, and we were focusing on alignment. And when we started focusing on alignment, God started bringing everybody to the surface. Are you aligned with this one, that one, this one? So for me and my sister are road dogs. Like, that's ride or die. But in August, as God was like leading me down alignment to purpose, my sister did something that I would see as a mild betrayal. And when I brought it to her, she lied about it. She said, "Oh, I wouldn't do that, girl. I wouldn't do that." And I knew in that moment that she was lying to me. And that hurt me to the core. Similar to Jamon and saying his uncle, it hurt me to the core because I realized that my expectation of the small circle, even though God removed friends and everybody else, I felt as though it shouldn't be my sister. And I carried that with me. And I didn't realize that I've been carrying that with me up until even last week. And one day last week, I was thinking about it, and I was so upset that my sister lied. And it caused physical and manifested in me physically, where I felt like my anxiety was up and I couldn't breathe. And I didn't realize that it was months ago that this happened, and I couldn't let go of it. And the problem that I realized is that it was my expectation of my sister. And I had to realize that I feel as though, because I'm embarking on this new business journey and I include my sister in everything I do, it was God repositioning me and my sister so that I can venture off on my own, and I can do this on my own, because my key is my go-to is, oh, I'm doing this business. Oh, I'm getting on, Joy's 5-day challenge. I'm bringing my sister along. And God showed me a character flaw, not even a character flaw, something that doesn't align with where I'm going, to be okay and to accept the fact that none of us are perfect. My sister's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But God needed to do that to redirect me to say, okay, this leg of the journey, I know you always want to grab your sister, but she can't come. And something had to happen in order for me to not go to my sister and say, come on, sis, we going here. And and you talking to Jamon just now made me, it just doubled down on removing expectation and accepting that this is this leg of the journey, and accepting that, okay, I still love my sister, but I won't share certain things with her. And it's okay. And that doesn't mean she's bad, and that doesn't mean I'm bad. It just means that in this leg of the journey, God has to stir the waters in order for me to move forward in a different way that I wouldn't normally do. And so I just have to say, this conversation that I'm listening to everybody really being transparent has been awesome for me, because it is just confirmation that, like a lot of these people have said, I am enough. And I know my fear is doing it by myself. And God said, no, in this season, you have to do it by yourself. And I have to show you some things in order for you to walk this leg of the journey by yourself. And it doesn't mean condemn this person. It doesn't mean hold on, because I physically felt like I couldn't breathe. I was at work and I'm doing hair and I can't breathe, because I'm thinking, and I'm so upset that I feel like my sister betrayed me, and then she lied about it. And God said, let that go, because it's only hurting me. And God had to show me, walk by yourself in this journey. And I gotta stir the pot in order for you, because you ain't never gonna let your sister go. So this has been wonderful for me to hear everybody's story. Thank you for being so transparent, and thank you, the two people that are proctoring this call. Thank you for this, because this part, the emotional part, is necessary to like really clean the slate in order to be successful in the entrepreneurial ventures that we're going into. So thank you so much.
Everyone send some love in the chat. Send some love in the chat. I want to say this to you. Thank you for being so vulnerable, and thank you for being honest. Everything is not for everyone. All the people you think that will go with you just might not go with you. Everyone can't go with you. See, you think that you are doing it alone. The truth is you will never do it alone. You're just not doing it with the people you thought you would do it with. I'm not no one. I'm someone. I'm doing it with you right now. Joy's not no one. She's someone. She's doing it with you right now. All of us here in this room, we're not nobodies. We're somebodies. And we're doing it with each other. You might not get rich with your day ones, but you can get rich with your day twos. See, God created us meant to be in groups. We were meant to be in groups. In order to have one person to come to this earth, you need two people to come together. When you have three people, that's a group. You're meant to be in groups. You go off, you marry your own husband, and you create your own family. They weren't here before, but somehow you created that family. So your job as a creator is to create the life for you. And while you're creating the life for you, you help create the life for others. So I'm happy that you finally got the training wheels off. You're starting to ride those two wheels by yourself. You wobbling, but guess what? You're on track now, and now you got it. Everybody put in the chat, you got that. Once we realize we got it, it's so easy now. We got that. Stop being afraid to connect with each other. Be open, share, connect, love. We got one opportunity to live. Let's go out and live. So send some love in the chat if you haven't already. Great job, Miss Warner.
Thank you.
Absolutely. One more person and then we close up. We're at that threshold.
DJ, you can unmute.
Thank you. Oh, hi. I
going on?
appreciate you all. Grand rising to y'all. Y'all are so great, and I'm here to support everybody in here, directly, indirectly, through my prayers and everything. So I thank you, great brother. I definitely reached out to somebody. I'm in the music industry and the healing industry. I've done it for a long time. I've helped a lot of people throughout the world, but I didn't realize that the core is so important. Everything that you were saying was so spot on. And if you don't have your center right, that whole concept of having the oxygen mask for yourself, how can you help somebody else? So you have to be solid. And even bigger than that, have the wherewithal to know that you need to be that way. And that's the thing. We all kind of grew up in these like narcissistic psychosis filled environments of terror, like happiness and terror, these extremes. So when you find your center in that, and then you know how to function in your environment in a confident way, wow, that's everything. Now you're just walking, because there's so much to do before you're flying. So I thank you and this team, because that's what it did for me. I reached out to someone that was it was my ex-wife. I'm remarried now. I've been married for over 8 years now. I'm very thankful. I love my wife. She's an amazing queen. But my ex-wife, who I had my child with, my oldest child, she's in the industry as well. She's a big star. A lot of folks know her, but we ended up, I never addressed the issue, to sum it up, because I don't want to take up the time. I'm trying to sum it up for you, but I never really addressed the issue in my heart. I went to therapy because I knew it was important to deal with it. And I knew that most importantly, people need to know how to, I guess you could say, first of all, you got to purge. So you got to know how to purge. And I knew that I couldn't do it myself. So I started with this Man Heal Thyself program with Queen Afua that was phenomenal. And that led me to a lot of other things that I worked. And then I worked with other holistic doctors and a lot of other things throughout the years. And then I got to the point of realizing, although I thought I let it go, I didn't let it go. Like, she was still a big part of my functioning and my lack thereof. I stopped doing music. I stopped performing music. It was crazy. I think I just played here and there for the most part. I couldn't come from the same place in my heart. And I couldn't understand why. I tried to change it throughout the years. I had certain folks help me, but you got to really be honest with yourself. And when you do that and you go to therapy, whether therapy is a professional person, which is what I did, but also family, people you can trust, or people who know way more than you, just wisdom. And you get through that, you get to the other side. Now you can be effective in your community. So after reaching this point and then talking to you, I said, wait a minute. Well, listening to you, I'm going, wait a minute. Did I really let that go with her? Because I got this far. I've been playing music. I'm touring the world doing music again. Not at the same capacity. I'm not in big studios and writing and arranging for artists anymore because it kind of jaded me out. I didn't want to be near the industry anymore because I'm like, wow, people just take your stuff, make billions and kick you to the curb. And so I just kind of gave up on the whole thing and just said, let me just keep writing and playing music to give to people, everyday people, and do gigs and just love that way. And that's what I was doing. But I realized that the Most High had so much more for me to do in this world. And I didn't know because I looked at myself. I kind of branded myself with what my ex-wife said I was. And she said, oh, you're not good enough. And, you're not a real man. And all these things that we're inundated. That's why I totally empathize with Brother Jay, because it's so, you can let your upbringing, if you're not careful, take you over and navigate your whole future. So you have to get to the root of it all and pull all those things out and really clean the slate and be honest with it all and know how to really sprout the right way and grow the right way and move the right way. And you'll find out and then the right people come into your life along the way because you're focused and your purpose. So they just kind of come, and you got to know how to have like the wherewithal to identify that too, and to know how to be accountable. So that's what you gave me. I appreciate that. I reached out to her, and I reached out to her IG page and left various messages, both texting and audio messaging, with apologies of, just if I didn't handle anything right, if there was something I just didn't see, please forgive me for it. Love is love. It doesn't change. I know that if you love somebody, you love them. So if you didn't, and you say, oh, I don't love them anymore, then you have to check why you got involved in the first place. Was it love? Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of folks get together for the wrong reasons and they don't pay attention because, again, they don't know thyself. They don't know themselves. I should say that. Sorry. And so when you know yourself, you can kind of navigate better and know how to not only not waste your time, but not waste other people's time. And then you can grow better. And, so I thank you. That's all I can say. I just thank you.
Yes, absolutely. We appreciate you. And thank you for the vulnerability as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I would love to say this to you. Language is so important. First of all, I'm proud of you being able to tour the world, travel. When you travel, you expand your mind. So I'm quite sure there was tons of breakthroughs that you've experienced during your journey. And the way Absolutely. That you speak, I can hear the truth and the authenticity of who you are. I would love for you to send us some of your music and let us, get into your world a little bit. And sure. I want you to think about it this way. Accountability is so strong, ladies and gentlemen, that when you just say, I apologize, I did you wrong, without feeling the uncertainty, right? So this is one part in which you said, if I did anything wrong to you, I apologize. The small if makes a person feel like, did they really mean it? And I know it's like, it's coming from a genuine place, but we have to get familiar with pattern recognition because other people will recognize patterns and they will react a automatic way. So when we say something like this, I apologize for everything I did. You were so amazing to me in my world. I couldn't see it then, and I see it now. Thank you for being the person that you are. It made me learn so much. I appreciate you. Watch this. I could say almost the same thing, but the if is just what makes them automatically turn a different ear to it.
Right.
If I did anything wrong to you, I'm sorry. I apologize. If I hurt you in any way, I thank you for being who you are because you allowed me to be great. And I just thank you. Can you tell the truth? Can you tell the difference between those two statements? Those two declarations?
Yeah, it's all perspective. Right.
Because that person heard if. If we just remove that and we just say exactly what it is, don't be afraid to take on the responsibility for something you didn't do to help a person get over something that has happened to them. So once again,
Right, not at all.
the language will create our reality. So I'm proud of you because you went through all of these channels just to make sure she got the message. So she knows that is real. You know that you heal from it. And whether she responds to you or not, it's released.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
right.
It's released.
I left like 4 different. So it was when you initially told me it was 2 messages, and then today I left 2 more messages because I said, you know what, I want to keep it open in general, and I said it's basically addressing what you said. Because I came today, when you wake up another day, your mindset kind of resets. So I'm like, wait a minute, I left things open. So I left 2 messages this morning, and I said, listen, as basically covering what you said in a different way, paraphrasing, just ultimately saying, I'm here for both of you if you need me. Her and my daughter, I'm saying, if you need me, I've always been here. I've never given up. I went to court with this woman and spent down to my last dime and my wife's last dime fighting to see my daughter. And I had joint custody. So that's the point. It was so hard. But I did it because I had that old school thinking, like, you don't give up. But I had to learn to unlearn that the old school way of thinking. There's some goodness and wisdom, but there's certain things that shouldn't have been done because you have to have self-preservation to be able to fight any battle, to do anything. And when you let yourself dwindle to nothing, you literally have to start from scratch. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. The power of letting go. Everyone send some love in the chat. Thank you, King. We appreciate you 100%. I'm snapping it up, clapping it up for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you feel free, right? You feel a little lighter.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So everyone send some love. No problem. Thank you because you did that. I'm going to go ahead and put Sunshine, put your Instagram in the chat. Put my Instagram in the chat with yours. Because somebody did come up here. Who was that? She came up here. She didn't even know who we were. She was like the 2 moderators. Hey, look, y'all got to put my name in the chat. Go ahead and put my name in the chat. Sean Crewmate. Put my name in the chat. I want to say everybody put my name in the chat because typically I wouldn't address this, but I think it's now time to start addressing that. Like, I'm coming here to pour out all of this love and to receive all the love. You have to know my name. My name will go down in the history books as a legend. I am a great. I'm standing here before you to tell you that. So let's go. Put it in the chat. Put my name in the chat. Sunshine, put both of our Instagrams in the chat. I'm going to bring you up really fast, Sunshine, to do the closing remarks, to let us go feeling empowered and feeling free. Come on, Sunshine. Come up here with me. And let's let them get a little bit of love and a little sunshine, a little light before we go.
Ooh, what a powerful this morning's session was. Sometimes we think that we have to do the book work in order to gain knowledge. And I'm gonna be honest with everybody. Today was about the heart work. I need everybody to put heart work in the chat. When you operate and move from a place of a healed heart, a clean heart, things that you're going to bring into your life, nothing and no one can stop. And the truth of the matter for every single last one of us, whether it's a friendship, a marriage, a relationship, we need to start paying attention to how we connect to people. 9 times out of 10 from our trauma. We are connecting with people according to the spaces we are in due to our traumas. But it's days like today when we get to release, when we get to exhale, when we get to heal that person, those places and those spaces, so that we can release all the dead weight and feel light in order to elevate to our next level. It's about changing the frequency. That's what happened in this room today. And I'm so super proud of everybody that came up here and spoke, and everybody that was inside of that chat. And whether your camera was on or off, I know that you resonated with something somebody said. We are all so more alike and we are different. Today was that healing session. Now you are truly ready to get to the bank. Now you are truly ready to go to that next level. It starts today. And what I want to tell everybody is that none of us, out of the 152 people that are still on this call, none of this is by accident. Your mindset is truly the foundation to your success. But that healing that takes place along this journey, it's what's now going to attract everything into your life that you need to get you to that place, to get you to leave the legacy that you want to leave for your family. And it's not a one man or one woman show. As you can see today, we all help heal each other in some kind of way. It's a joint effort. Welcome to your leadership calls. Welcome to the See You at the Bank Challenge. You're here. You cannot unhear anything that you heard. You cannot unfeel anything that you felt today. It's been an absolute pleasure to be alongside Mindset Mogul. His alignment, the way he forces us into a space to see us the way we need to see us in order to be where we're going, is absolutely phenomenal. I thank you, Mindset Mogul, just for simply being you. And this has been amazing. Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sunshine. We appreciate you. Go ahead, put your Instagram in the chat. Put your Instagram in the chat. And tomorrow we're going to do a nice little group activity. We're going to talk about the power of money. We're going to go over a lot of things tomorrow as well. So be here early, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we have class, so make sure you're on time. Be there early, 5 minutes early at least. Okay. Let's go out with some music, right? Let's go out with some music. So what I'm going to do is let's have everybody unmute. Have everyone unmute. Snap it up and clap it up for yourself. Snap it up and clap it up for yourself. Let's have them come off of mute, Sunshine.
Woo, thank you. Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
Amazing.
Amazing,
Everybody.
amazing.
Thank you.
This was
Thank you.
beautiful.
God bless. Everyone
Every
have an
afternoon
amazing
rise, I
day.
don't play that same
Blessed.
old code in my head. Had to break that chain, now pathway paved with the winds I
Sending love
claim.
to everyone.
Power, money,
Love you
respect, I
guys.
evolve with
End
it.
of the
New pathways in my
day.
head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect more life, more growth. That's the real lesson. Power, money, respect, put it all on that. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born to connect more life, more growth.
We
That's the
are
real
all one.
lesson. Pocket full of plans, I don't chase loose change. Methodologist, data, I expand my range. Stack base, stack skills, then the paper grows. I invest in the mind, that's how fate flows. Had to silence every doubt, that's a little voice. Now I added my beliefs like a ground up choice. Turn fear into fuel, turn stress into steps. Every setback, sketching out the stairs I write. Yeah, I pivot when the path look blocked off. If the road ain't there, then I blast off. From the gutter in my thoughts to a glass loft. Had the bed on my brain, that's a jackpot. Yeah. Power, money, respect, I evolve with it. New pathways in my head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect more life, more growth, that's the real asset, yeah. Power, money, respect, put it all on deck. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born to connect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset.